So, if you're just joining us, I got kicked off the air. I hope you guys heard what I was saying. The market is doing exactly like I said it was going to do. Now, this is one of my best predictions. I think in 30 years of doing this, I don't think I've ever predicted exactly what was going to happen. So, right from the beginning of the day, the market pretended to be weak, right? To convince the shorts that there's a chance, right? There's no chance, right? So they bleed it from 190, from 590 to 587.50. It takes 3 hours to get 4 hours to get there on the Qs. And then 20 minutes, it reverts to the VWAP. All those shorters have to cover. Then the Fed meeting. I said, if the Fed meeting, the first reaction will be the negative reaction or the up move to crush the shorts. We got it, right? Back to the highs. And then I said, if UVXY is not breaking new lows and it's trending higher, we'll probably get a counter trend reaction that'll roll over and you'll want to short the Qs back at 590, if not 587.50. And you got a chance to short 590 and a half. And we got paid. We got to get stopped out on the way back up, but then it did the finger of God at VWAP again, and we got short again. And we just got paid to the downside again. But again, I don't mean to sound redundant, but shorting is short-lived and you're going to die. Inevitably, we're still going to probably wind up being higher today. But right now, we're trying to stay short. And we've got short now 3 individual times today, and they've each worked. But UVXY has yet to go green in any of these moves. So all of this is just slightly bearish chop. And if you think about it, we haven't really gone anywhere. So really what it is slightly bullish consolidation. That's what it really is, because the market doesn't go down anymore. So whatever this temporary moment is in time where we're not going up, this is not a sell-off. This is a 4-point, pullback, right? Not even a pullback. You can't. All right, so we got down under prior day VWAPs, right? But being down below the 5 day is important. That's where we are right now. But show me something. Let me see a sell-off. Get me down to 581.04 on the Qs. We were only 3 points away about 20 minutes ago. But again, if you look over at UVXY is saying, shut your mouth with your shorts. Take the word short out your mouth. That's what it's telling us. And I listen to UVXY because I'm a fucking moron that thinks the market could actually go down. And I know it doesn't. I've seen it go down, but it really doesn't. It never, ever goes down. And by the way, Rufus, if you're still out there, about 13 years ago, he sent me an email, and it was genius. You must have used a thesaurus. If you're still watching my videos, I can't find it. I think my email that you sent it to got shut down. It was such an eloquent email of insults. And at the end, you signed it by, you're a parsimonious dolt, nothing more than a profligate villain, vapid fool, be gone. Genius. I can't find the email. If you're out there, can you send me some more strongly worded emails? Because those make me laugh. I like when people try to insult me. You know why I don't get insulted? Do you know that every day I curse at myself and say the most hurtful, nastiest things you could possibly say to a person? And I say them to myself repeatedly. No human being could ever be harsher to me than me. So that's why I laugh in the face of your villainous emails. But I do want a copy of it. Oh, and by the way, Joe, I think the guy's dead. My other hater on YouTube, if you're still out there. Oh, the market never goes down, dickbag, right? Right. So this guy, I don't know if you remember this guy. I've been making videos since 2007. And I would say, oh man, market never goes down. Never will be up tomorrow. Blah, 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 blah. And the market would go down tomorrow. And he'd put a stream of insulting comments on my page about how wrong I was. Joe, if you're still out there, that was at $38 on the Qs. And then at 78, I think they were roughly around $78 when you were really laying it on. And Gail, if you're out there, yeah, remember when the Qs were breaking 120 and I was saying the market never goes down, you don't want to short anymore? Yeah, they're at 575.89 right now. I think I won the bet. So the market never goes down, right? So you understand that, right? So this selling that just happened, it's over. Right? It's over. Right? You had your chance. You were able to make money as a shorter, and you did it in 7-minute increments. That's all they're going to give you. That's all they're ever going to give you. Right? That's all they're ever going to give you. You get it now? It took me a long period of time to really realize, you know what? We now in 2025, we really don't go down anymore. The market is broken. On May 12th, they broke the market. The power gap on May 12th ensured that there will be never any real selling ever again. Like there will never be a downtrend for more than 3 days. If you even get past 7 minutes, you can't get, if you're a rule-based trader using stops and ranges and levels and price action, there is legitimately zero chance to stay short because we just got stopped out again while we were sitting here. Right? When the Qs broke 585, I actually thought, all right, we're going to go to 582.50. All right, well, as soon as you think you're going to get more on the downside, make sure you have your stops in place. And I wound up getting stopped out at 587.50 anyway, just now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Nobody, unless you are getting paid, and maybe you're my friend who was raped by his uncle who now pays him to keep his mouth shut and funds his account. Maybe you have a rich uncle that keeps giving you money to short the market. Unless you've got that rich uncle, you're broke. Nobody could stay short. The only thing you could stay short are pump and dump biotech stocks. And inevitably, those come back out of nowhere and rip your head off anyway. You cannot, and you will never able. You will never be able to stay short again. That's the market right now. Until that changes, and today was one of those days where you thought it was changing. Nope. You're never going to make money as a shorter. It does not exist anymore. They might as well. And again, now that Robinhood and all these companies are making these where you could prediction bet, you don't even have to short the stock. It's just going to be more people losing money. I mean, the market is never, ever going down. We just entered into a new industrial revolution. Space, rockets, robots, quantum, AI, and chips. We ain't going down, Holmes. But I did buy more silver. Look at this guy. Look at that thing. It's called an Ori. It's a special good luck charm from. Look at him. You guys know about the fake currency that was out about 15 years ago? This guy tried to overthrow the government and made his own currency. They're still out there. It's called Liberty Dollars. Pretty cool. Got a demon. You want to get real nerdy? Yeah, I know you do. That's right. I got the proof set Star Trek colorized. Spock. All right, we are about to lift off on on the Qs, probably. We're about to go green, but I'm looking at it as a possible reason to short again. If we go back to the 590 and roll, I'm going to try one more time. I mean, it's not like these trades didn't work. I was just hoping for a bigger payday. And I want to talk about this SRAD trade, right? Stock's been doing fine. Everybody has been loving it. We're in from 2250, 25, 2750 to 30. What happened? Why did it start getting negative? Upgrades. The analysts. Once the analysts start upgrading the stock, that's usually the end of it because they're all morons. They have no idea what they're doing, and they're also paid off shills for the industry. Remember, analysts don't upgrade stocks because they really think they're going higher. They're being paid. They're being either paid to pump the stock or worse, they're being paid to pump the stock to dump it. They're being paid by the institution that wants to sell the stock. Hey, can you upgrade our stock so the suckers will buy that day so we could sell it to them to cushion the blow of us exiting the stock? Yes. How much do you want? Okay, here's 300,000. It's worth it to us. Thank you very much. Thank you for the cash. I'll see you at the restaurant. And that's how business gets done. And if you don't believe it, believe it. Start taking notice of what stocks do after an upgrade or after a downgrade. You'll start to see it a little bit more clearly. By the way, that we're here. It's over. It's over for the Bears. It's over. You've lost. You have lost. And you will continue to lose. And you will continue to lose. That's why if you didn't buy figure or the Qs on the dip, I don't know what you're waiting for. Quantum lifting off. Quantum lifting off. Space, rockets, robots, quantum, chips, and AI. We have just begun. Quantum stocks, just because they're up tenfold, nobody was buying rigatoni at $1 except for us. Real money came into that stock above 15. So now it's got to go at least 10x. Did you get the memo yet? Any stock that breaks new highs has to go 10x in this market. Used to be like 3%, 5%. No, now we go 1,000%, and then we consolidate. And then we tack on another 200, 300% after that move. So next time you think you've missed the rally, no. It's just getting started. Just like Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's at 8 million, you'd be like, oh, man, I should have bought it at 125,000. Yeah, you should. And that's it. You have now seen new generational lows in the market. And the generational low is now 584.37. And that's it. You may never see a down day. Maybe until today is definitely going to be green. And then tomorrow will be up huge. Friday will be up massively. Monday will gap and will roll over. People, oh, the Rosh Hashanah sell-off is here. Yeah, sure. For 7 minutes. And then we'll just go nowhere. And then the market will gap up the next day. We'll sell off for 7 minutes. Oh, seasonality. Oh, we're all going to die. And then a week will go by, and you'll realize the Qs have pulled back $1. What's the point? What's the point of shorting? Right. There is no point. Just wait for the turns. Wait for the turn and crush everyone. Feel me? No joke. We might not have another day. We might have one more down day all year, Monday. Because we're certainly going up tonight. We're certainly being up tomorrow. We're absolutely, definitely guaranteed to go up on Friday. And then Monday we'll gap up. And it's Rosh Hashanah. So we'll sell off. The Qs will be down 13 cents. Ooh! 13-cent pullback on a $600 product. Bear market. And then we'll go down like $2 on Tuesday. We'll go up 50 cents on Wednesday, down 50 cents on Friday. And then by Friday of next week, the Qs will have their seasonality baked in. It'll be a whopping 0. will just be flat because the market doesn't go down. So, like I said, today's lows, I'm going to factor in new generational lows were just put in. And we're in the ninth circle of hell of the market right now because Chinese stocks have been rallying every day. It's to the point I just want to put a bullet in the market's head and just kill it. Watching Chinese stocks rally the way they are, it sickens me to a point that it shouldn't, that I need therapy. I shouldn't be this affected by inanimate objects. But watching Chinese stocks rally over the last 3 weeks makes me want to puke. I'm telling you, if the market's going to sell off, right? If the market's ever okay, I'll give you the days they're going to sell off. You ready? We'll get one more sell off on Monday, right? Right. Start writing this down. Write this down because I'm going to nail them all. Watch. There's only going to be 3 more sell offs in the entire year on our way to $706 on the Qs, right? Monday, the 22nd of September, I'm going to say down. Flat the 23rd, slightly, no, and we'll probably only have one down day and then we'll consolidate. And then we start the new rally on Thursday. So, yeah, we might have 2 more down days, the 22nd, possibly the 26th. All right. Then we rally. October 9th, I'm going to be busy. So the market's probably going to piss me off by selling off while I'm doing this live event. October 9th will be a down day. And then every day up for the rest of the month, every single day, every day up, all the way to Halloween, all the way. Then it comes my birthday week. Right? You guys got my birthday. You guys got me my silver. I need a silver tester if anybody wants to buy me a present, or I take silver or any kind of silver products. So then on the 6th of November, I have an event. And I might be out of town for that event. So the 7th, we're going to sell off because I'm not around. But then it doesn't matter because we're rallying the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th. Rally every day for the rest of November. All right, we're through Thanksgiving. We never sell off now Thanksgiving. We gap and go on the Friday after Thanksgiving. We gap and go after the weekend on December 1st. Rally. We're already into December. Rally. I see rallying all through November and December. I don't see any days where we should sell off. Rally. Oh, wait, there's one more date I want you guys to be concerned about. Did I mention it? Yes. Ooh. Yeah, it's roughly the same as the Yom Kippur moment. So that October 3rd, October 2nd, 3rd area, we might be a little sketchy. But that's it. I see only 3 down days for the rest of the year. And fucking awesome. Now, I'm sorry I even had that conversation because who gives a shit? Who gives a shit, right? Who gives a shit about that commentary? Make money, right? I got paid on 3 shorts today in a market that never goes down. And I might short them again right now. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it 4 times, right? Here we go. Ready? Same price as before. 590. Oh, bad. I didn't even get printed. 589.50. Oh God. All right, can't stop us now. Now we're short. Okay, we're back in a short on the Qs. Tight leash this time because I should have been short already, but now it's starting to roll over. Hey, look at this. We're already up money. Can't stop us now. Woo, yay, making money. 4 for 4. Hold. Hold. All right, just covered some cues at VWAP. 585.50. Man, this half number, whole number thing works. It's only been 30 years. It's just a coincidence that stocks go from half numbers to whole numbers to half numbers. It's just a coincidence. Kommentaschen. Wow. Good thing I covered. We're going to get stopped out of the last lot. And done. Done. Fuck that shit. See, you can't stay short. I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't want to hear it. Nobody's staying short this market. Lucky that worked. Holy shit. We hit VWAP and bounced $1.30 because it was programmed to do that. See, if you're not trading without VWAP, I don't know how anybody does this. How do you trade without VWAP? How do you intraday trade without trading the algorithmic price of the market? How did we ever do this before trading VWAP and just price? And that Q short, it's over. It's over. It's over. That was it. You got 3 whole minutes that time. We couldn't even get to 7 minutes. Yeah. What's up? Who is this? No, who is this? Oh. You know what time it is, right? Sure, man. The party started early. Let's go. You don't have to. You know you ruined my short trade when you called, right? Now I blame you. Now I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you for all my troubles. Goodbye. Luckily, I covered already. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anybody's trying to short this market without being nimble. See that shit, man? I ain't fighting the VWAP. That's your problem. I made $1. Almost on the whole thing. Maybe we try it again. Would it be that? Eventually, it's going to be irresponsible because inevitably we're going to break out. I mean, this is just stupid. I mean, we're really just never, ever, 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 or ever going to go down ever again. I mean, at least shake it up. That's a shake up. 5 points on a $590 product. Let's go back to where we're trading 15, 20-point moves. Bang, rip them. What a waste. Now, it'd be fun if we actually roll over right now, but UVXY is telling me to shut up. It ain't going to happen. Okay, that's it. And there it is. There it is. It's all baked in. Seasonality's baked in. Interest rates are baked in. War is baked in. Everything is priced. What happened to that dude? He went all like rogue and shit, like with a beard and stuff. He did have a nice car. That Camaro was nice. I think he sold his Camaro and lost his mind. Now, if you just got short the Qs, you're best trader, right? Look at the prices. It just hit the 590.50. I should have nailed it again. Look at that. Wow. That would have been savvy. More importantly, do you know about these quantum stocks, right? I mean, this is just getting silly, bro. It's getting silly, bro. Hey, while I have your attention, Schmooze Thursday, right? We got Jeff Hirsch. We're going to talk about seasonality and when the hell is it going to kick in? Because I would love for it to kick in. Seasonality was it kicked in and then nobody cared. So we're supposed to get some selling on Monday. Good luck. By the way, I have ulterior motives in this case, right? I'm not looking for a bear market. I'm not looking for a crash. I'm not even looking for a correction. I'm looking for a healthy pullback to go short, knowing it's going to be temporary, to buy that dip and then ride the cues to 706 and then to 1,043 in the next 2 years. I'm no dummy. I know we're going up 100% from here. You know it, right? We're not going down. Q's ain't going down. 1,000. Easy. 3.5 years at most. The idea of a market needs to go down because it's gone up too far too fast doesn't compute. There's no such thing as too far too fast. It's not far enough, not high enough. 10%, 10% into the end of the year, right? Easy. That's 60 points. That's 650 on the Qs. You want to get in the way of this product about to rip 60 points so you can make a fucking nickel? You idiot! Who am I talking to? I'm talking to myself. Get the fuck out of here. Stupid bastard. Thinking about shorting the market again. Idiot. Just buy quantum stocks. Quantum, space, rockets, robots. It's the greatest time. Industrial revolution. Shorting is short lived and you're going to die. Seriously, people. What are we even thinking? No. We're just never going down. Ever. I just wanted one. You in the turb? How do you know about turb? Now, we crushed that thing yesterday, but it actually is interesting now. Turb. And do you guys know about these leverage stocks? RGTX for the win. I mean, it's moving in 20-point increments now. Hey, while I was sitting here, right, and we were shorting the cues, let's not live in a delusional world, right? It worked. Got paid once, got a chance at it again. Faux show, bro, VWAP break, got paid twice, right? I mean, blow off top. Did anybody in here for a second think there wasn't going to be at least a counter trend rally and then inevitably a rally that doesn't come back? And I think this one was the one. And I shorted again. And then it got to VWAP and I covered. So again, if you don't swear by rule number one as a shorter, especially of the Qs, shorting is short-lived and you're going to die. You cannot stay short. Don't even entertain the idea. Because it's a 3 to 7 minute trade at best. Right? You got to assume all this chop right now is like dynamite underneath the rocket. This is fuel. All this chop is fuel for that next green candle that's going to be 17 to possibly 61 points straight the fuck up. Do not get in the way. Because, man, see how it's getting shallower and shallower, right? They're done, right? That last pullback all they could muster was a little VWAP retrace. Oh, they're trapped now. And if you're looking at these quantum stocks, yes, That's why the market's never going down. Space rockets, robots, quantum AI, and chips. It's a new industrial revolution, people. Enjoy it. And here comes the liftoff. I'm surprised it took this long. There you go. Q's green. There you go. It took all day. There it is. There it is. Right? UVXY, what did it do? It actually teased us by going over 11 there for a second. Ooh! By the way, I was just looking at the calendar. We only have 3 down days for the rest of the year. We got Monday, which will probably be a down day because seasonality that'll be the one last day. That's the start of Rosh Hashanah, the height of seasonal selling. I would still say we will be down on Monday. And then October 6th is another down day. I don't see another down day for all of October. Then November 7th, because I'm not going to be around. We'll probably have a sell-off that day. And then that'll be the last sell-off of the year as we rip and tear the shorts' heads off who still think there's a chance that we could actually even have a retracement. You just saw new generational lows. I'm telling you. And mark that price off right now, because if we're under it, you better be not long or possibly going short. But man, oh man. If you don't feel it, right? Can't you feel this market? It wants to go higher. It's just trying to kill people who think there's a chance of it going down. Look at it. And it ain't going to come back. We're going to have a power gap again just to really rub it in people's faces. Like, we can't even manage a down day today, right? And we got, a half an hour left, unless we disintegrated to the close, which would be, I don't know. I wouldn't think that would going to happen. But we're going up tomorrow, right? And we don't go down on Fridays. So we got up tomorrow, up to Friday. That'll cushion the blow for the measly 4-point pullback on Monday. All the seasonality people and all the skeptic September sell-off people. Oh, this is it. Maybe we pull back to the lows from today, and then that becomes a double bottom generational low, and then we rally for the rest of the freaking year. I'm easily saying 10% until the end of the year, right? Easy, right? So what's that? 650. Easy. By the way, Turb is back, people. Turb is back. You know Turb, right? TURB. Turb. It's back. And that's what's happening. You watching it today? TURB. Let's go. It's about to go green, Holmes. I mean, if Turb's coming back, bull market, baby! 40 cents away from going green. Here we go! Here come the cues! Here comes the pain! Woo! 12 points straight up in your face now. Here come the pain! We ain't having a down day until October now. Well, maybe Monday, but doubtful. By the way, you see how UVXY saves you from dumb ideas? Right at that moment where we thought we might be going lower, what happened? UVXY said, you're an idiot. Turb is what's happening right now. Come on, Turb. Thank you for the Turb, internet. Guy on the internet told me to buy some Turb. If you are not long the Qs yet after the faux show bro from hell, what are you waiting for? I will never make this dumb mistake of thinking the market could ever go down ever again. I mean, it's just sick. It's like demented. Thanks for the turb, by the way. I like that. We just flirted with break even. All right. We got in with that 1240. Shorts ain't gonna like that. Fucking turb. Oh, did it hit? No, it didn't. It hit 1238, you sneaky bastards. All right, I'm hanging in. I'm hanging in. So what are you guys doing? Listen, however the last half hour plays out, right? This market trapped more shorts today. Even if we don't rip into the close like we normally do, tomorrow's going to be very, very, very interesting. Because I think any residuals, people that think we're going down, they're just going to get crushed. And I hope I'm wrong one of these days because, man, I do love some selling. But I haven't been right. I haven't been wrong about anything this year because all I think about, right, is how I used to be victimized by a market that never goes down. And I'm not making those mistakes anymore. You want to run the market every day, every freaking fucking day? Let's go. Let's fucking go. Come on, turb. What happened? 1238? Bullshit, motherfucker. Kick you in the face. Now look, I thought we were going to turn right there and have a nice little green candle up to 594, and we didn't get it. So if you're long the Qs right now, it's a little disappointing. But if you got in off the faux show, early one, you're still kicking ass. And if you got in where I covered my long, covered my short, and you got long, you're still making some money. And if we have to sell, we have to sell. What happened to turb? God damn it. The hell is that stock? You're not supposed to break 12. The hell just happened? Well, that was a terrible print. I just got stopped out of some at 1192. Boo. All right, this guy done talking yet? Man, I can't wait for tomorrow. I think that's the best part about being a trader in this environment. I literally can't wait to see the gap and the overnight action because tomorrow's gap will be the tell. If they gap it and it rolls, I'm gonna have to get bearish. But if they try to sucker us with some sort of weak open tomorrow and it gets bought, oh man, we're gonna rip some heads off. You feel me? What are you doing? By the way, I'm thinking about doing probably the dumbest thing I could possibly do. You want to hear something stupid? I was thinking about buying UVXY and hold it over for the next couple of days. What? What? Who said that?
It actually might start going up because the market's rallying and people are like, this can't be real.
I'll tell you what's real enough. These quantum stocks, man. This is one of the longest days I've had. This day started off with me quitting the business as I quit the business at least once a week for the last since 07. But you guys know about the Lyft trade, right, friends? I'm talking to people on YouTube right now. Do you know about the Lyft trade, right? Remember the Lyft trade and the anguish and the pain? You remember the Lyft trade? Well, let me explain the Lyft trade. A few weeks ago, I saw some influx of volume on the Lyft, and I saw big blocks being bought. I was like, ooh, Lyft. There's a takeover rumor out there. There's some decent news with robo-taxis with them, but there was a huge, monstrous voluminous day. And it was right before earnings. So I was like, that's interesting. Then the earnings came out, and they were all right. But the stock is all we care about, right? The stock acted very nicely on earnings day. So it had some positive news, and it acted positively, which is kind of weird. Usually they sell the news. Earnings came out, big influx of volume, And we also had what's known as the Faux Show Bro VWAP break on a yearly basis. Loving it. Long story short, we got some 1750 calls for 75 cents. Next day, we're banging them out at $1.50. And again, in this market, only making 100%, you're a loser. I remember doubling your money used to be impressive. Now you're a loser if you don't go 10x on every trade, right? So we doubled our money. And then I was like, all right, we'll hang on to some. And then it pulled back. And we're like, oh, maybe we should have sold. But then Monday, Lyft made a nice move. And we sold the rest of the options for 200 to 300%, right? And then right there, I put out my email because, I got to alert my subscribers. I'm no longer in the Lyft trade. And I should have said, I'm no longer in the Lyft trade. Any second now, it should rally fucking 50%. And I said to you, if I sell this Lyft and it rips tomorrow, I'm going to freak the fuck out. Did you see what happened to Lyft this morning? So right there on the cusp of me just hitting the road, telling my wife I quit, shutting the website down, giving it to Solid, willing him the website, quitting the business, I took a deep breath and I said, hey, all right. It's not like I've never seen a stock go up after I've sold it. This one hurts a lot because it's the next fucking day, right? So what did I do? I shorted it. Got some revenge. Man, it was a pretty damn good trade. I mean, I got in late. Should have been shorting right at the VWAP. I got short on the roll. Still got something out of it, and it got down to multi-day VWAP. You can't see the charts. But that's what this whole market is. That's what this whole game is. It's the most frustrating thing because it's like a dangling carrot. It's right there. Right? It's right there. You just got to find some sort of contentment. I mean, I make money every day, and I feel like a loser watching some of these names. Like this RGTX. I was just in this stock. RGTX. RGTX. I love the quantum names. This thing is not, they say this is a 2 times long. This is a 4, this is like a 98x trade. RGTI moves 8 cents. This thing moves $30. I was just in this stock on Monday at $50. It's at 84 now. But I'm telling you, folks, I think I have it figured out. I'm going to go back to the old suck my NASDAQ days. Free hat, by the way. Where's my hat? I'm going to start a service, right? And it's going to be Glick's Pick Swing Trade Service. So if I own a stock for more than 3 days and I sell it, it's usually good for at least 3 more weeks. If I hold the stock for 3 months and I sell it, it's usually good for 3 fucking years. So basically, you'll get alerted whenever I sell something, and then you load up. Because I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm back. I mean, these last couple of weeks, every trade that I got out of was better after I got out. Every single one. And it is oof. If I was losing money on all these trades and then they were making their moves, then it'd be freaking sick. But man, I am on fire. And by the way, I'm never buying this open trade, so you're all good. No, I'm not showing charts. I'm just showing my dumb face. Because that turb yesterday, right? Champ that I was in from 585, selling at 6 1/4. 6 1/4, 725. Patting myself on the back on the way out at 750. Woo, look at me. Stock went to 20. And for my next trick, this SRAD starting to piss me off now. Freaking analysts start coming along and upgrade it. They've ruined the stock. Look, it's having its worst week ever since the 2 upgrades. You think this is a coincidence? It's not a coincidence. Their buddies are selling. Paid off scam. I mean, it's just so sick. That Lyft trade was just ridiculous this morning. But the point is, right? It's all about what you do, right? Take a step back, right? You think the market's doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. It always comes down to it's the same day over and over again. You have your opinions, you have your ideas. You let the VWAP and the price action tell you what to do. It's nice when things happen that you think are going to happen and you get validated, but most of the time you live life like me. Oh shit, I'm wrong again. I better join in the right side of the trade. Oh, I'm wrong again. Well, all right, let me just throw in the right side of the trade. And that's it. I have to admit I'm wrong at least 90 times a day. And then when my wife comes home, I have to admit I'm wrong all the time. Married guys know what I'm talking about, right? Even when we're right, we're wrong. Doesn't matter. So with 19 minutes left in the day, right? What did we say a couple of days ago? We're going to get some chop. We're going to get some chop. I think we're going to get a chance to short, but shorting will be short-lived and you're going to die. And we're getting the exact day. The only thing that didn't happen was the parabolic move to the upside, which they're probably holding it back till tomorrow, just so everybody gets screwed today. Everybody that bought puts or calls today, you're shit out of luck. That's why I didn't do it. They were too pricey. I traded around the name. I traded the Qs. You know, I was trading 400 to 600 shares of the Qs back and forth. That was the way to go. It was a very difficult day to try to trade options. And of course, these quantum names, man. I mean, you're talking about all-time highs now, I think. RGTI has got to be a couple of points near all-time highs, right? Yeah. Yeah, you broke all-time highs today. And that's been a massive, massive long consolidation. And they destroyed this thing all the way back down to 7. And now it's back up to that 22. I can't imagine this thing not going to 25 soon. And every name that has something to do with crypto, I mean, IREN, Galaxy, that whole list, everything's on fire. And if you're out there watching me, where's the tuna guy? Tuna guy, you around? What happened to you? You were talking all day yesterday. I gave you your email. You're all upset I didn't respond to your email. Where are you? I need you to come over. We want to throw you in front of the mob. You said you got something to show us. We'll put you in front of the mob. If we like what you have, we'll cheer you on. If we don't like you, we'll stone you. But to the guy about the Gemini, right? You got a stock that's trending down in the greatest bull market in the world. Your stock's a dick. Sell it. And by the way, considering how awful this trade has been, or I mean, for people that bought it and didn't just use it as a day trade, being below 25, you have to think this thing's going to 22.50, right? If they don't defend it at 20, it's going to be a teenager. So whatever you might have thought about this stock, it's about to break the IPO price, like not the IPO day price, the IPO price, which was, I think, $22, if I'm not mistaken. This is awful. But in this market, you look at this Gemmy trade as, oh, good. I'm glad it's awful right now because when it turns, it's going to be awesome. And it probably will turn. I'm still stalking as along. What's up? Hopefully you guys aren't getting chopped up on these Qs. Just options were just not a good idea today. tell you what's a real good idea. Looking at $11 calls on open for Friday, because you have now faux show broed on open, I would say over 38 different times in the last 2 weeks. They are trying so hard to get people to sell this stock, and it keeps resolving itself to the upside. What does that tell you? It's going to go a lot higher. And today it made a new high, so that's got to be factored in, right? And once it breaks over there, and I hope it doesn't do it today, consolidate, and then Friday we break out. Make sure you're with us tomorrow night as we go over this. Some of these charts. So a lot of these stocks look so good. And I have to admit, these Chinese stocks, they're just awesome. I fucking hate every single one of them, but they are, when they broke out, this is a massive breakout in the Chinese stocks, it really is. I mean, I wasn't denying it 2 weeks ago. I just didn't want to be involved because I boycott Chinese stocks. I don't think they should be trading on our market. It's just me. But tomorrow's gap is going to be awesome. Can I name some? Yeah. Well, CQQ is the Chinese QQQ. That's my sleeper. That used to be the one I traded. I like that one. Then you got KWeb, which is Chinese, just web-based, KWEB. But Baidu used to be one of my favorite stocks until I realized it's probably not even a real company. Baidu, Alibaba, PDD, JD, TME, Tiger, TIGR. Old school ones are Sohu, SOHU, kind of dead nowadays. See, now I feel dirty that I mentioned all these trades. Oh yeah, I mean, there's no denying the Baidu and the Alibaba. These are monster breaks, monsters. Yeah, Baidu's awesome. Plus, it was coming out of a massive, that's almost, it's not exactly the Andy Dufresne because it collapsed and then, but look what it did. It basically stayed, it was under that yearly VWAP. This is the 3-year VWAP. And then it gapped and she gone. That's a power gap above resistance. I heard those power gaps are pretty good trades, right? This is a power gap above resistance. Kind of what happened to the Qs on May 12th. Yeah, I know. By the way, I love me some Straza. That guy's on. When he sent me a list of stocks that he was looking at, and everyone on the list was on my list. I was like, wow. Because that was like a couple of years ago. We were looking at short squeeze candidates. Every single one. Yeah, I dig the way he looks at charts. JC is a little bit too bullish for me. He starts to piss me off. It's too bullish. Whoa. You hear that thunder when I said that? Yeah, we got a good crew. It's nice compared to the last crew of bear market preparation seminars and fake currency and scanners that don't exist. At least we got people that know what they're talking about over here. Right? I mean, think about the crew we got. Straza, JC, Sean. Sean's awesome. What'd you have last time? Tom Gentile selling scanners, trying to pretend that he knew what he was talking about. Fucking rat-faced bastard. You know he's why Money Map Press collapsed, right? You all know that, right? So If you don't know what I'm talking about, Thursday night we're gathering. I'm going to kidnap Solid, so maybe he'll do some airtime with us. Maybe that tuna guy will show up. He said he had an AI platform. We're going to put his platform up against Solid's platform. But somebody doesn't look like they're showing up. Not you, Solid, the other guy. But we also have Jeff Hirsch. We're going to talk about seasonality, Stock Traders Almanac. If you don't have an almanac on your desk, you should have one. He'll sign it for you. You should buy one. Stock Traders Almanac. It's a great tool. And if you want to be involved, just email me. I'll give you all my fancy swing trades. And more importantly, I'll have your email address. As soon as I sell my swing trade, you'll be notified because that's when you load up. What? Don't tease me with a sell-off into the close. What time is it? This Baidu actually looks like it's got another 13 points to go tomorrow. Eeh. But see, to me, that's bearish. I mean, if the Chinese sector is breaking out, to me, that's an indictment on everything. There can't be any good left in this market, right? That's what I used to think. But that doesn't work anymore either. So what are we doing here, huh? You guys got anything into the close? I'm staying out of it. But I am going to buy 200 shares of UVXY and hold it overnight because I'm just thinking something silly. Something stupid's going to happen.
How about I come kick you in the nuts? You PayPal me that money.
Wait, I just bought 400 shares for good luck instead. There you go.
Buy another 30. Buy 430 shares and then it'll work.
All right, cool. How many? All right, hang on a second. That's a good idea. I might as well go 430, right? Hang on, let me go on the bid so I don't have to pay commission. Uh-oh. Look at me. I'm moving it. 30 shares at a time. Look, they won't even sell me. It's actually trending higher right now. They won't let me buy more. What are you doing? See that? I started an uptrend. I'm actually being serious. I'm going to hold some UVXY overnight just in case they want to do something like weird, like gap down tomorrow and throw some volatility at the market. At these prices, what am I risking? I'm risking 20 cents. All right, I'm in. 430 shares. Here we go. So when it's down at $9 and I'm crying about losing 430 bucks tomorrow, yeah. Now I just think there's going to be. I don't know. I'm such a bear. I feel like I'm being set up today. We're so close to Monday. I think they're trying to. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a delusional bear, as I usually am. I'm trying to fight everything. But look, if it closes above 1065, that actually is an accomplishment. No, I just bought the stock. Yeah, because why pay premium on something that's probably not going to work? At least if I own the stock, I got a chance. So you're saying there's a chance?
I think it's going to work either way.
Actually, it's kind of rallying into the close, which is weird. I mean, a 5-cent move is really not a rally. Close above 1065. That's interesting. By the way, this Baidu is really ripping shit. I mean, there's so much going on in this market. It's just so awesome. You pick the spots. I mean, if you concentrated on quantum today, you're loving life. It was just awesome, some of these moves. I mean, this day was so long that I almost forgot that Lyft was part of this day. By the way, consolidation in Lyft above 2250, super bullish still. That's the breakout price. That was the original premise of this whole trade, coming off the 3-year pivot to get to the lifetime. Or you can't see my charts, but yeah. So anyway, the lifetime VWAP on was 2260. So if we close above 2260 on Lyft, it's a major milestone for the stock right now. What's up? I should bore more at 1043. See, there it was. I was thinking actually could rally into the close. Yeah. But it turned out to be the nothing burger that some of us thought might happen here, right? Turned out to be just a nothing day. Spike up, spike down, up, down, flat. Tomorrow will be the real follow through. And obviously in theory, I'm coming in short because I'm going home long some UVXY for the first time, I think, in ever. Like I'm taking this overnight. I just think there's something stupid's going to happen tonight, maybe tomorrow morning. And when I say something stupid, that means the market might go down tomorrow. That's it. Look at me. Rallying at the close. Ah! It's a hook. It's a kill. Oh, my God. It's a twister. It's a twister. This is the big one, Elizabeth. Coming home. Holy shit. It actually is faux show broing. Oh, faux showing, right, at this point. Wow.
Oh shit.
Wow. How you like me now, huh?
10:59.
If I had enough of it, I'd probably take some off the table. I'm holding the whole thing. By the way, did anybody trade the figure? Because, man, we waited a long time for that stock to set up for that buy, right? Nailed it. And that turb turned out to be terrible. Wound up getting out flat. Damn, I thought we nailed that, Internet. Internet was with me on that one from 1175. When that went to 1238, did anybody think this thing wasn't going green? That sucked. Choppy bullshit. 2 cents away from going green. All right, where are we closing on the Qs? What do you know? I think the prediction from Solid says we'll get 2 chops up, 2 chops down, and close at VWAP. Looks like you're right.
I think they don't want the $600 call buyers to win for the week, so they're going to keep it modestly under that range. They'll give them a little bit of a win tomorrow, but then it'll pull back again, and then Friday will be here, and then calls are shit.
No, it wasn't a
Then Monday morning will be a gap up,
and then we roll over.
And then we roll over hard.
It wasn't a garbage day. It was pretty good. You couldn't trade options in the chop. I trade mostly stock. I mean, I was prepared. I was ready to do the option trade on the second roll, but I wanted to just give it a minute to see if it faux showed. And right as I was thinking about buying the 585 puts, they started to rally. I was like, okay, forget it. Luckily, actually, they were too expensive for me to want to buy them. I thought they'd be a lot cheaper. When they rallied back to 590, they rallied back to 589. I figured the 585 or the 586 would be like 75 cents. They were still $1.25. Yeah, they were jacked.
Jacked to the tits.
Jacked. By the way, I'll be jacked to the tits if they gap this market up tomorrow and they roll over and UVXY is at 1165. Oh, Billy. And listen, this is important. And make sure you're here Thursday night. Tomorrow's just Thursday morning. Let me just get rid of all these red lines because now they're kind of insignificant. There's one line that matters on this entire chart, and it's not VWAP. It's the low print from today. That's it. Because right now, that's new generational lows. Right? So if we gap tomorrow, right, and then we roll over, we break today's VWAP, tomorrow's one day will be, it's going to be tight. Where do you think tomorrow's multi-day VWAP will be?
On the Qs?
Yeah.
588.86 in the pre-market.
So today's VWAP will be tomorrow's just right at the same price exactly, you think?
Unless we have a parabolic move that changes the inclination of it. But yes. Well, on the chart you're on right now, scroll back, just on the bottom, just scroll back. Use your scroller bar. You see, look, right there. Go back to the middle of the pre-market, just a little more, right there. You see where the VWAP closed at 1 a.m.? That's where the multi-day starts.
Right.
Look how that came into the open, relatively in the same spot. So where VWAP closes tonight will be pretty much where the multi-day will be right at near the open tomorrow. Then once the open happens, the dynamic of the angle of the multi-day will shift. So it's the same every day.
Have you seen this changing a little bit because we're open 24 hours?
Well, I've noticed most stocks all open at 1 a.m., right? So every stock's new day or new session begins at 1 a.m. So every day at 1 a.m., wherever the VWAP ended up at 1 a.m., the multi-day starts from there. And then wherever the new price is where the VWAP or where the new VWAP starts.
By the way, this is my AI that I'm talking to. His name is Solid. I just ask him questions and he responds. Isn't it fantastic? You too can have Solid AI. If you join the Hit the Bid website, make sure you join right now because rates are going up to $8,000 and $12,500 on January 1st because we're going to start including lots more stuff, including that guy, Solid AI. Solid AI costs extra. Pre-market's going to be extra. Aftermarket's going to be extra. Everything's going to be extra. The schmooze going to be extra. But if you join now, you're going to get it all. Make sure you get in before November 1st. And then on January 1st, there will be no discounts because we're going to unleash Solid AI. Yeah, I hope we gap and roll tomorrow. The UVXY, look at it, just stop moving. It's like they just
broken.
That's it there. Well, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm holding some overnight. Probably going to regret it. All right, I need to get the hell off this desk. I've been sitting there way too long. This is by far the greatest trading market that's ever existed in my lifetime. So it really doesn't matter if the market goes up or down tomorrow. You know, it's fun to be right about the macro and all that, but it really isn't needed. I mean, some of the best trades we've done are on some dog shit. You know, Turb yesterday was the best trade of the day. Didn't even care about what the market did. Turb and FIGR long. Today was FIGR short, actually, into the long. But yeah, keep in mind, right? No matter what the market's doing, underneath there's 1,000 other things happening that sometimes aren't even going with the market. They just buck the trend, and the stocks just stay in their own realm. Like one stock I didn't check today was General Mills, right? Not a bad trade, right? Nobody trades General Mills, but you had a 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal, the trade that never fails, and then you got down to 47.50, and then you had a faux show bro VWAP break for a long trade. No, I don't even think anybody was looking at it, but that was the only one that had reported earnings that was interesting. There's always something going on, And lately, it's been Open, OPEN, a couple of other names that we like to trade. It's been the same names. USAR has been great. Rigatoni's been awesome. Little QQQ action. And then one or two of these new names. And there's so much to do. There's never, I mean, even on the boring days, which were yesterday and Monday, plenty to do. Even kind of today was choppy and kind of, it wasn't the best, but plenty to do. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys in the morning, then I'll see you in the afternoon, and then I'll see you all night. So sleep well. We're partying. See if I can get the DJ to show up also. I think he might be busy. Later, YouTube.